Jessup Premium Storage, 1455 South 1st Street is Jessup's best place to store your valuables. Whether it's furniture between moves or just a place for the overload, call Jessup Premium Storage at 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage units are indoors, climate controlled, and they have 24-hour surveillance and on-site management. You have 24-hour, 7-day-a-week access to your unit. Sizes range from 5x5 to 10x25. They also have outside covered and uncovered spaces available for vehicles, boats, trailers, and RVs. Jessup Premium Storage on the Waycross Highway in Jessup. Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
Andrew Cuneo here. It's summertime in South Georgia, and the only thing hotter than being outside is the hot deals at Mike Birch Ford. With up to $12,000 off new F-150s, there's no better time than now to purchase the truck of your dreams. So stop the search and call Mike Birch Ford today. Andrew Cuneo here. It's summertime in South Georgia, and the only thing hotter than being outside is the hot deals at Mike Birch Ford. With up to $12,000 off new F-150s, there's no better time than now to purchase the truck of your dreams. So stop the search and call Mike Birch Ford today.
FM 105.5, WIFO at 8 o'clock. It is time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Brought to you this morning by Murphy's Builder Supply, Jessup Premium Storage, and Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Jonathan. How are you doing today?
Just great, just great.
Ready for that second half of the season for the Bravos?
Yes, sir.
There you
Can't wait
go.
for that to start on Friday.
Let's get to the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. In the studios with us is Luther Hires. It's Operation Southern Shield. Georgia, South Carolina joining 3 other states in a week-long speed enforcement operation kicked off on Monday. Operation Southern Shield runs through next Sunday, July 22nd. Law enforcement in Georgia, Bama, Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina will pulling over drivers who are traveling above the legal speed limits on interstates, major highways, and local roads, which means they'll be pulling over Jonathan this week, right, Luther?
That's correct. that is correct.
Said the Leadfoot himself.
Yeah. As you said, Bob, this is a National Highway Traffic Safety Administration mobilization. Ours is called Southern Shield, which, as you said, involves Alabama, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee.
That's a lot of states all working together.
That's our network, or our region for the.
So that's the region,
right?
Is it got a name of it? Do they have a special name for the region, or just?
No, it's Region 4.
Region 4. I gotcha. Okay.
But this mobilization is being conducted across the state, the United States. Out west, I don't know what they call it out there out west, but ours is Southern Shield. The main focus is just getting people to slow down. According to NHTSA, speed was a factor in 27% of the fatal crashes in 2016, which produced over 10,000 fatalities. As recent as just a few days ago, a trooper clocked a vehicle at 102 miles an hour on a 2-lane road. Yeah. So, last year in 2017, state of Georgia, there were 12,500 citations issued during Southern Shield. Now, not all of those were speeding. You had some distracted driving involved in that. But, some people say these mobilizations are, the only reason for those is to like summer heat and 100-day summer heat and the OZTs and the clicker tickets is to generate revenue, and that's not correct. Our goal is saving lives. We in Wayne County have a history of athletics here, and we like to win, and that win is an acronym. It's what's important now, and that's saving lives. And, speed limits are set by design of the road and engineering and the proper visibility. Some people just can't understand why the speed is down in some places. The visibility is one of the things that's there. So what we're asking folks to do is plan your trips, leave early. And just remember, you can't make up time. The biggest thing is to remember that the speed limits are not suggestions. They are the law. And speaking of that, out of these 5 states, all the colonels have said we're tightening up. Any cushion that we've been given there, it's going away. I talked about what Georgia wrote last year. I saw a stat yesterday. The state of Tennessee wrote over 49,000 citations. About half of those were speeding. So they were doing a lot of other types of enforcements there. So, that's what Southern Shield's all about. But before I get up and leave, I would like to bring attention to another NHTSA program that's out there, and that's look before you lock. We've lost 24 children this year already from heat deaths in cars. One of those was in Georgia. In fact, it was in one of my network counties. So, just finishing up, speeding is like wearing a seatbelt. You control it. You put on that seatbelt. You match the accelerator. So, just again, plan your trips. In just a couple of weeks, Bob, you fixing to be talking to the coach here. School's going to be in session. So, we're 2 weeks out. So plan some extra time in for those school buses.
Another law that's in the first month, I love looking at stats. Georgia says that, the hands-free law in operation, State Patrol in Georgia handed out 491 tickets for distracted driving statewide in the first 2 weeks of the law. So that number might surprise some because troopers have the liberty to issue warnings where they see fit and help educate drivers of this change. Most of those tickets, though, have come in cases where a driver was also speeding or driving recklessly. So normally if you're not breaking the law, except for the hands-free law, they're giving you a warning. But if you're driving recklessly and you're speeding, you're pretty much done as far as they're concerned.
Pretty much done because, like I said, what it's all about is saving lives and whatever we can do to save those lives.
How are we doing this year as far as the numbers go? I know they're trying to decrease.
We're down this year 108.
108.
741 this morning.
That's still way too many, but again,
way too many. All right,
like I said, we talked about all the time. For years we were decreasing, and then all of a sudden it changed. The trend's been going up for the last several years, so they're trying to get it back where it's decreasing every year.
Exactly. And we brought them down last year, and if we can just keep the trend that we're going now, we should be able to bring them down again this year. And so maybe we can get right back into that every year, bring them down some.
It's hard to believe. We read these stats. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says speeding killed more than 10,000 people in the United States in 2016 and was a factor in 27% of fatal crashes in the nation.
Yep.
So again, if you just slow down, just obey the speed limit.
That's correct.
Normally when you go on the interstate, they say most officers give you a 10 per mile leeway. Is that the same on local roads, things like that, or when? If you're running a radar on someone, say the speed limit's 35, when did they get pulled over? They're going 45, 50? Is there a magic number that you can't go over the speed limit? I know you're supposed to go by the speed limit, but you know how most people are above the speed limit.
What the public needs to remember is a trooper can write a citation for 1 mile over the posted speed limit.
1 mile.
1 mile.
All right.
Now, in Georgia, there is a statute that says locals, being sheriffs and police officers, they have to allow 10 miles an hour. And I call that Georgia's anti-speed trap law. If the speed limit's 55, they've got to give you 65. They can write it 66. Then there's 3 exceptions to that, and that's a property marked school zone, a property marked historical zone, and a property marked residential zone. However, the residential zone has to be 30 miles an hour or less. If it's 35 or over, they don't have to give you. I mean, what I'm saying is there's property marked, the 10 miles an hour goes away in those 3 locations.
The sad thing I've noticed over the years, and it gets worse every time, people want to be combative for some reason with law enforcement. We got to go back to have parents teach kids to be respectful. It goes a lot better if you get pulled over. If you say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no.
Yes sir, no sir.
But you see it on TV. You see it more and more. For some reason, teenagers, young kids, even adults think they can be combative and argumentative and think it's going to turn out well, and it just doesn't. How do we get to getting back to, you know?
You said it. Parents have got to take control and start teaching manners and respect.
Maybe they can do that in school too. You know, maybe young elementary school teachers can, you know, because you got to, just like the seatbelt law we talk about all the time. I have parents all the time tell me the first thing they do when they get in the car, the kid says, "Mom and Dad, you need to buckle up." So the kids know. So that's.
I learned a long time ago that the best way to get somebody to put a seatbelt on is start educating the smaller kids. I couldn't get my mama to put a seatbelt on. She just wouldn't do it for me. But Amy got her to put one on.
All right. Well, Luther, again, we will continue to let people know about this Operation Southern Shield. We still have the 100 days of summer going on, too, right? When's the next one? I know it's coming up. Labor Day weekend's coming up, so I know they've got another.
Right after Labor Day weekend, 100 days summer heat will be over. But we'll still have the clicker-to-ticket mobilizations, the Operation Zero Tolerance mobilizations. Southern Shield is just an emphasis, but that doesn't mean that we don't need to be doing this all year long. So.
Luther, always a pleasure. Appreciate you coming in. And, again, anytime you want to come on and keep us up to date, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back with more of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show after this.
Jessup Premium Storage, 1455 South 1st Street is Jessup's best place to store your valuables. Whether it's furniture between moves or just a place for the overload, call Jessup Premium Storage at 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage units are indoors, climate controlled, and they have 24-hour surveillance and on-site management. You have 24-hour, 7-day-a-week access to your unit. Sizes range from 5x5 to 10x25. They also have outside covered and uncovered spaces available for vehicles, boats, trailers, and RVs. Jessup Premium Storage on the Waycross Highway in Jessup.
Summer's here. Are you ready? At First Franklin Financial, we can help make this your best summer ever. Spruce up that old car, make your home shine, or take that family vacation you've always dreamed about. Whatever you've dreamed about, we can help make it happen with loans for any need, large or small. Just stop by and see the friendly Franklin folks at 1074 North Macon Street. We're located in the plaza next to Walmart, or give us a call at 912-427-4237, 427-4237. That's 427-4237. Apply online at www.1ffc.com. All loans are subject to our liberal credit policy and limitations, if any. First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLSR number 141654. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Smart Physical Therapy in Jessup has moved. They're now located at 360 Peachtree Street next door to Wayne Family Practice. Smart Physical Therapy specializes in manual therapy to reduce pain in your joints, as well as advanced strengthening for surgical and non-surgical conditions. Among other manual therapy treatments, they also offer dry needling. If you have any questions, call or come by anytime. Smart Physical Therapy offers free consultations. When you're in the need for therapy, see Garrett Pye or Nick Childs at Smart Physical Therapy. Give them a call at 559-2071. 559-2071, or go by and see them in their new office at 360 Peachtree Street across the street from Dr. Spinola and Dr. Hendricks. They're next door to Wayne Family Practice behind the Jessup Hospital. And remember, it's your choice on where you want to have therapy. Choose Smart Physical Therapy in Jessup. Call them at 559-2071. 559-2071. Smart Physical Therapy, 360 Peachtree Street in Jessup. Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
Welcome back. World-famous Butch and Bob Show. In the studios with us is the varsity softball coach for Wayne County High School, Dave Mad Dog Madry. Last year played for a state championship. Looking for another good year this year. Dave, always good to see you. Appreciate you coming in and talk about girls softball.
Absolutely. Good morning, Jonathan. Good morning, Bob. Appreciate y'all inviting me. It's always fun to talk about softball and a lot of excitement in the softball atmosphere right now through the county.
Well, everybody has an off season. Tell about the girls' off season, what all they do this summer.
Well, we stay really busy, and as far as the players, a lot of them are involved in recreation ball, and of course you're all up on that in the county. I had a lot of success this year with recreation ball. A lot of them are involved with different travel teams and organizations, some in the state, some out of state. So they're busy with their ball teams.
If you hang on to that Fleet girls team shows up, you'll be in good shape.
That's right. That's right. It's nice to know.
They whipped everybody.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Absolutely, we need it. But the girls are very involved, and of course we try to organize some activities for us as a school team. Then there's scheduling and equipment orders, and the big focus this year has been working on our hitting facility.
Talk about the hitting facility. When you drive by the Barbara Strickhoff softball field, people can see the construction. How'd that come together? How's that funded? How big is that place going to be? And is it just going to be solely for softball players, or how's that going to work?
We are really excited about our hitting facility, Bob. I'll see if I can answer some of those questions. But it's been a couple years in coming. The boosters and parents and supporters in the community have been working with us to try to piggy bank a little bit of money over the last couple of years, and we were fortunate enough now to come up with a balance that was enough to cover the slab and the building itself. So through local support and through our booster fundraising efforts, we were able to foot the bill for a 60 by 75. It's got 16-foot eaves on a concrete slab. We've got a section built in there that's going to be the field grade clay that we're going to use for pitching and other things as well. And so it was funded through our booster clubs, and I appreciate all their hard work. But that said, that's been a group effort over a couple of years, and excited to see that thing taking shape now.
When do you think it'll be completed? Will it be completed? August 3rd is right around the corner. So are they going to make that deadline? Or?
Well, we hope. That was the target, was to get that structure up this summer. And like I said, with the funding we had available through our boosters, that's all we had at this point. So we've got some other fundraisers in place, and we're fixing to exhaust our account, but we're going to have a real nice facility there, and then we'll be looking to furnish it with nets and cables and mats and the whatnot to really put that thing together where we can utilize it. So I do think the structure is going to be complete, hopefully within a week or so. Now, the furnishings on the inside, might be a couple of weeks coming, but our target date and our hope is still to have that thing ready by August the 1st, which is our official school softball start date.
Can you just join us, Dave Madry, girls softball coach in the studios with us, talking girls softball. You mentioned fundraisers. You got a couple going on right now. There's a raffle. Tell us about the current fundraisers taking place for the girls softball team.
Right. Well, in trying to generate funds, general funds to help carry our expenses through the season, and particularly to generate some funds to furnish our hitting facility, our boosters have endorsed a couple of fundraisers we got going on now, and the big one, if you will, is what we call a cash card raffle. And to give the listeners an idea of what's going on, we took a gold deck of playing cards, 52 cards, and split them up among our two middle school teams. So Coach Brockington at Martha Puckett Middle School and Coach Jessica Chambliss over at Arthur Williams Middle School took half of that gold deck each, distributed it to their players' families. They're selling those cards for $100 a piece. We took a black deck of playing cards, and we split it up among the two high school teams, our junior varsity and varsity team. Coach Morris and I and Coach Osteen, we distributed those to our players. We were asking every player and their family to commit to sell at least one of these $100 card chances. So if all goes well, at 52 cards times 2 decks, we're looking to generate, we hope, $10,400. But we're going to turn around, Bob, and give away $2,000 of those dollars back on our Gold White Day, August the 2nd. So we'll have two $1,000 winners. But the net proceeds, on the big end, we're hoping for $8,000. We haven't sold all these cards yet, but if we can, and I'm going to stay optimistic and say we're going to, that'll go a long, long ways towards furnishing those nets and those cables to hang the nets on. Like I said, mats and maybe some turf in there under the shelter for the girls to use in the hitting facility.
So if somebody wants to buy one of those cards for $100, how do they go about doing that? Who do they get in contact with? Do they just find a softball player? Or
We've got, 70. We've got 70 softball players in our program this year between the 2 middle school teams and the 2 high school teams, and each of those families have at least 1 card. And, of course, they could contact me or Nick Stubbs, Kelly O'Quinn, some of the other they're involved with their booster program this year. But those cards are out there, and they're available for $100 a piece. I said you'll have 2 chances to win $1,000. So we're looking forward to doing a reverse raffle on the Gold White Day with that and have some fun, give away some money, and generate what we need to really kind of polish up that hitting facility.
As mentioned, last year's team played for the state championship. Before we get to this year's team, some of those kids went on to play college in the fall. Tell us, I know it was a banner year, but where did some of those girls wind up?
Yes, we had so much fun last year and a lot of success, and that was a great ride all the way through that season, and a big part of our success was our senior class. And I'll say they were part of a freshman class that came to me. There were 9 in that freshman class, and I can remember tryouts that year as they were rising freshmen, telling them, if you 9 guys can stick together, we'll really have us a package when we get to y'all's senior year. And we were able to hold together 6 of those 9, and all 6 of them were just tremendous contributors and helped us not just last year, but through their whole 4 years of playing school ball with us at the high school level. But 2 of those girls decided to go ahead and play collegiately. All of them had some opportunities to go play collegiately, and 2 of them decided to take that opportunity and run with it. So we're going to see Mary Grace Manning and Mary Tillman both playing over at South Georgia State University in Douglas. And each of those girls also had a couple of different opportunities, but after visiting the campuses, talking with the coaches, meeting the players of the other teams, seeing the facility, they both felt like that was the best fit for them. I'm real excited for them to get the opportunity to play over there. So those 2 of the 6 are going to continue to play.
And about this year's team, got a good nucleus coming back. Who's going to help you, and who are some of the girls we'll see on the field this year?
Well, we've got 5 returning players from last year's state runner-up team, and we'll be relying heavily on those 5 girls. We're going to be looking for Grayson Brannon, Mackenzie Kagi, Arabia Easley, who are all going to be sophomores now, still very young players, but who were contributors to that runner-up team last year and played on the varsity level as freshmen. And then joining those will be returners Macy Palmer and Logan Eccles, both of which are 4-year starters. They'll be 4-year starters. They've been to the Final Four a couple of times, played for the state championship, and just tremendous softball players. So those 5 girls will be key and instrumental in the outcome of our season this year and the success that we have.
And the rest of the roster?
Yeah, we've been kind of slow developing our rosters this year at the high school level intentionally, just to try to make sure we're not overlooking anybody. With 6 contributing seniors, and we had 1 junior to graduate this year, there were 7 roles in there that's big roles to fill. And so we wanted to kind of take our time and make sure we weren't overlooking anybody and give everybody opportunities in different positions and different roles to see what each player could bring. But our rosters have solidified now, and our varsity roster this year will be Grayson Brannon, Mackenzie Kagi, Arabia Easley, Whaley Moody, Macy Palmer, Chrissy McKenzie, Madison Stewart, Logan Eccles, who will also serve as our captain, Laura Molina, Presley Dean, Tion Wallace, Harley Souza, Janice Altman, Hannah Stubbs, and Jalen Taylor. We're going to carry 15 players. I'd also like to mention that Holly Gibson and Chevy Burks have worked with us as managers for a few years at our high school teams, and both of those girls as seniors will continue to assist us at both the varsity and junior varsity level as managers. And then Olivia Mullis, who was also a player on last year's team but suffered a knee injury at the end of soccer season this year. She's not going to be able to participate actively as a player, but she's going to help out in a manager's role as well as she tends to amending a knee.
Yeah, and the season kicks off, as you mentioned, they have the Gold and White game on Thursday, the 2nd at 4:30. Then the first day of school on Friday, August 3rd. They've got a doubleheader against Glenn Academy and Brantley County here at home. Region-wise, who's going to be the stiff competition for us?
I think we're going to have a strong region. In fact, we had a strong region last year. If you look at the teams, Ware County, South Effingham, Statesboro, and us had all advanced into the state tournament last year. They all had some wins in the postseason and advanced on into other rounds. In fact, Statesboro was the only team to defeat the state champion in state playoff action last year. And none of our opponents last year in our region, including New Hampstead, who was a much improved New Hampstead team, none of them had any seniors. There was one senior at South Effingham, and that's it. So everybody's pitching, everybody's catching his back, except for us. Of course, I mentioned we lost a big crowd of players. So I really look for our region to be strong again. So I'd look for Statesboro with a real dominant pitcher and catcher combination to do well as they did last year. And South Effingham is just always a tough team. Ware County, like I said, just didn't graduate a lot, so they had a good team the last couple of years. They're going to have a good team again. And then statewide, I hadn't really looked yet, Bob, but I'm sure Buford will be back in the mix, and I really think that the Carrollton team that we played the opening game at Columbus last year will make a hard run again, because they were also a very young team that won't be graduating a lot of key players.
Okay. Again, we're looking forward to the season. Again, it's all going to crank up quickly here with the Gold and White game on Thursday. Then the first games on Friday, August 3rd, with Glen Academy and Brantley County coming to town. Pierce comes in on the 7th, so 3 straight home games to kick off the season. Always good crowds at the Barbara Struckhoff softball field. So, again, we appreciate all the support over the years in the programs on the map. Like I said, when you play for a state champion, you got the big bullseye on your back, kind of like the baseball team did that year. Right. So it'll be fun, but do appreciate you coming in. And, again, hope the raffles go well and the fundraisers go well. Glad to see the hitting facility come to fruition. So after all the hard work, so hopefully that'll be ready by the first game. We're
looking forward to it. And you're right, the atmosphere at Barbara Struckhoff is always great. I'd like to invite the community to come experience that with us this season. We'll have schedules posted and in the newspaper right away. But one date I'll mention, that August 2nd, Gold White Day, is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to mix up our 6th and 7th graders from both middle schools and not let them play. They will be competing. There'll be a game, but it's not Martha Puckett versus Arthur Williams. We're going to combine them and let them play a 6th and 7th grade game. After that game, we're going to have a home run derby. It'll be a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. We're going to try to hit the new booster board, bullseye board that's out in left center field, and give away some prizes if home runs hit that board by the Lady Jackets. Then we're going to let our 8th grade team from Arthur Williams and Martha Puckett combined play our 9th grade team. Got 12 9th graders this year, and that's going to be a battle of a game. And we're going to kind of just hopefully be hitting with our varsity and the new hitting facility and get everybody a chance to see it in preparation, like you said, for Friday's opener. But Thursday, August 2nd at Gold White, I'd like to invite the community out. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Dave, always good to see you. Looking forward to the season. Again, as Jonathan mentioned, if you want to be a sponsor, again, we do all the home games. Just give us a call here at the station, 427-3701. We'll sign you up. But, again, good luck.
All right, gold and black, baby. Looking forward to a good season. Thank y'all again.
Okay, that's going to do it for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show for Wednesday.
300, 400, nearly 500 new trucks at one dealership. Now that's selection. Gotta get to Baxley and choose yours.
We got the trucks and we got the deals. Whatever you want, new Chevys and GMC trucks of every description. This is Woody. I can't wait to see you.
Cars too. Buick Encores, 18% off MSRP. Envisions, 0% for 60 months. I believe you'll choose the way we do.
Yeah, you got me falling in love, my little Chevrolet DJ.
Hey y'all, Cole Swindell for Woody Folsom Automotive, where the hits just keep on coming. Silverado, Sierra, Colorado, baby, we've got the trucks. Got the deals too. You try it. Get in here and talk to Woody.